It's time for my end of the year WIP parade. I feel like this has been a long time coming. I've been talking about it, I feel like, for quite a while now. So I have, I believe, 50 WIPs. Let's see. No, I have 52 WIPs currently. And I think I touched all but maybe 2 or 3 this year, off the top of my head, thinking about it. So I might have some, pre-progress pictures, whatever I can find. If I have a pre-progress picture, I'll put it over here. I had quite a few new starts this year and things like that also. So let's take a look at what I am going to be carrying into 2025 with me. All right, first up is the Hobbit House. This is Fabulous House Series number 5 from Cottage Garden Samplings. And this is my dream home, a Hobbit hole. Love it. I am doing this one as charted on a piece of 18 count Faded Hippie from Fox and Rabbit. And I worked on this for 2 days and I got, I think, a very nice start. So there it is. And I'm in love with the Cottage Garden Samplings charts. This is my 3rd. We'll see. I think I have at least one other one going. I like them a lot. I'm knowing for sure I'm starting another Fabulous House. I have all but I think 2 of the Fabulous Houses, and they're very intricate and detailed, but not hard to stitch. They're just enjoyable. Okay, next up, this is from Autumn Lane. This was a new start this year also. This is called Midnight Ride. And I worked on this one for 2 days as well. I am doing it on a 28 count Haunted Cashel linen from Picture This Plus. And I like this one. This is what I'm enjoying quite a bit, and I love Cashel linen. So that is what we have complete so far. So that is the top of her cape and like the start of her hair. That was, I started that in October, if I didn't say that. All right, this was my Halloween start. This is from Cressetta Gogo, and this is Halloween in Sitta. Now, I screwed this one up, so upset. This one was also Cashel linen, I believe. No, this is Zweigart 32 count vintage country mocha Belfast linen. And I did not measure. I thought my fabric was bigger than it was, so I just like picked a place and started, and I did not leave myself enough to make it all the way over. So this is what I got done, and I'll explain to you what I'm going to do. So first of all, each of these motifs is going to be its own separate thing. I think I'm going to do pillows. At least for these 3. Pillows for these ones, and maybe this one I'll frame. We'll see. But for this top one, since I screwed up where I started it, I am taking the tree that's in the middle, and I'm going to remove that so it can squish together, and I can have the ends looking like that. So that's the plan. I think it'll work. I was so upset, though, because I really wanted it to look just like this, but you know, as stitchers, we screw up and make mistakes. We learn lessons. I will, you know, I'll frog when I need to, but I had gotten so far on that, there was just no way I was going to frog. Wasn't happening. All right, another new start for this year's was another October start. You can see all my October stuff is kind of like ended up front. This is from the unofficial Hocus Pocus cross stitch book. Looks like that. And this is called Local Witches Union. It looks like that. I am not doing monochrome. I did a conversion to Dark Magic from Forbidden Fiber Co. and Pumpkin Pixie from Stitchy Box. And I'm doing this on a piece of 32 count Stormy Night linen that came in a Stitchy Box. And this is what I got done. This was a two-day focus start. And all the words are in the colored floss and everything else is in the black. All right, WIP number 5. This was another October start, and I started this as part of Laura's pumpkin stitch along for her pumpkin birthday pumpkin birthday stitch along Sal. Pumpkin birthday stitch along. Laura stitching by the store. So I went with this one, which is Happy Halloween from Cobwebs and Rose. Doing this one on a piece of Witchelt Perman pewter, 14 count. And I am doing it as charted. And this is what I got done. I like this one. I think this came in Stitchy Box Halloween box a couple years ago, I believe. WIP number 6. This was a Stitchy Long from Abby Sue Designs. The Fab 50. And this was put out for Disney's 50th anniversary. And it is all of the golden statues in the park. I also worked on this one. This was my Disney stitch that I took with me to Disney this year. This is going to be giant. I don't even know that you can see how big this is going to be. Yeah, quite large. I have done that much. Ugh. So this year I would definitely like to get some of the pictures filled in. Yeah, cute stitch. I do not believe you can get this anymore. I could be wrong, but I think it was a only get it then kind of thing. I'm not sure if Abby Sue's still designing either at this point. All right, number 7. This is Autumn Is As Joyful. This was a new start. This is from Leela's Studio. This is on a 40 count platinum Newcastle linen. I'm sure you've seen this, as lots and lots of people are doing this. And I got a small start. But again, two-day focus. And I totally missed the back stitching on the leaves, so I have to go back in and do that. But this chart is a lot of fun. I really, really like Leela's Studio a lot. All right, number 8 was another new start. And this is Teresa Koget. This is Remember Me. I'm doing this one for Cassidy because her favorite movie is, she loves Coco, one of her favorite movies. And, you know, they have the song Remember Me in there. So when you see Remember Me, doing that for her. And this is being done on, I don't know what this is being done on. I'm guessing it's a piece of 18 count. I think it's 1/1 on 18 count. And doing it as charted. Oops. You don't need to see the back. I mean, my back's not terrible, but still, you don't need to see it. Another 2-day start. And this is when I discovered I really love Teresa Kogut. This is my first Teresa Kogut design. All right, next up, hopefully you see a before picture over here. So this was Beautiful Sampler from Twin Peaks Primitives. Looks like that. And I am doing this on a Picture This Plus 18 count Herald Ada. And this year I was able to get the border completely done. Make sure I do this the right way. I have a tendency to hold this one upside down. But there's the progress. I'm happy the border's done, and now we can move into more fun parts. All right, number 10. This one, there should be a before picture up here somewhere. And this is the Black Vintage Sampler from Owl Forest Embroidery. I am not doing monochrome. I am doing a conversion to sulky. And this is on a 18 count Picture This Plus Jade Ada. And this is what I have done so far. And I love this. Only need one strand of sulky, and there's really the bulk of, this is what I worked on this year, was down here. And I love it. I just love Owl Forest embroidery. One of my favorites. All right, number 11. I should have a before picture up here. This is the Stitch Crypt. This is the Morbid Curiosity Sal. This is the part I'm working on right now. Hopefully I'm able to find what it'll look like completed and put a picture up there. I am doing this on Picture This Plus 18 count Mystic. I think I'm doing 2/1. Let's see. Am I doing 2/1? Yeah, pretty sure it's 2/1. And I am still working on the frame. There's a lot of stitches in this frame. That is where I am at. And I am probably, I don't have all the stuff pulled for this yet, but I'm doing a conversion to stash. All right, next up, I believe I worked a little bit on this year, so there should be a before picture over here, hopefully. And this is Wicked Fair Sampler from Atomic Tiki Pins. And this is on Picture This Plus 18 count Ariel Ada. That is what it looks like. And this is where I am, and I'm using 2/1. 2/1. Not a lot, but I know a little bit of progress. And I'm doing this one as called for. Okay, number 13. This is Union Jack. I believe I started this one this year. This was the Union Jack from Vivsters. I'll put a picture of what it's going to look like here on the screen. And I went ahead and finished all of the border blocks, all the Quaker blocks there, so that I can just go through it and, you know, do the front part. So that is what I finished this year. And this is a gift for Cass, because, you know, she's a proud British citizen. All right, WIP 14. I don't think I worked on this at all this year. So there's, if I did not work on this at all this year, there will not be a picture over here. This is 525,600 from Taylor and Cromwell. This is from their rent box. And this came with everything needed. So it is on a piece of just 14 count Aida that came with it. So that is where I'm at. Got the 6th outline done. Definitely, hopefully we'll get stuff done on here this year. All right, last one in this box. I think I have 15 in each box. This is Deborah Calkin 1806 from Stitchy Box Samplers. And that is what it looks like. I am doing this on 16 count Dusk Aida from Picture This Plus. And I am doing my own conversion to all yellows and oranges and spinning, I always say spinning, and rolling a D8 to tell me what goes where. Now, if you were going to do this one, I would tell you should do it on linen because the letters are supposed to be 1/1. And I didn't pay attention to that until I started on Aida. And I really like it, so it is what it is. But if you were going to do this, I would recommend doing it on linen. Isn't that pretty? Oh gosh, that's beautiful. I really like this one. Was this a new start this year? I think this was a new start this year. Next year, I'll definitely have more details because I'm starting to keep, like for the stuff I start this year, I'm keeping note cards and like I have a journal I'm going to keep track of statistics and stuff in. So I'll actually be able to give statistics for next year. But all right, let me put this box away and get the next one and I will be right back. Okay, WIP 16 through 30. First up is my Haunted Library Cell from Lola Crow Studios. And I don't, do I have, I'm going to try and find a picture of what it'll look like completed because what I have is just up to chapter 9 and there's more than that. So this year I was able to finish the prologue. So I'll put a beginner picture over here. And I am doing this on Picture This Plus 18 count Earthen Aida. And this is what I got done. I gotta tell you, this staircase, I had to frog so much. I eventually had to pull it into Markup XP because I just kept miscounting and it was easier to mark things off on XP. Now it's good. I like it, but I love the little skull cat over there. Isn't he cute? And this one I am doing as charted. Okay, WIP number 17. Oh, I'll put a picture of this over here. This is my Carolyn Manning. This is Amethyst. I think it's the Shooting Star collection. Came with 5 different charts. I'm an idiot. I didn't realize that one chart was significantly larger than the other 4. And of course, that's the one I started. So I actually did an upper right hand start, which I don't usually do that, but that is what I did on this one. And I'm doing this on a piece of Easy Counts. I think it's 25 count Easy Grid or whatever that's called from Picture This Plus. And this is lots of fun. As charted with the charted colors, 1/1. This was a new start. Okay, this is when I always get depressed when I look at because I feel like I've done so much more on it than has actually been done. So I am doing a conversion to stash. This is my Goth Temperature Stitch Along. I will be doing the year once I actually finish the frame. That following year is when I'll do the temperature part for the books, but that is what it will look like. Unfortunately, I ran out of what I was using for the bookcase, the main part, and it was a special edition, limited edition, Gentle Arts. And I can't find it anywhere. There's no name to it. There's no number, nothing. So I'm going to have to use something different that's kind of close, but I mean, it's Gothic, so it is what it is. That's all I have done. I do absolutely love the carpet. It's like the most perfect shag carpet floss ever. And that was done, that is a flower silk from Stitchy Box. It is called Demeter's Harvest. And I saw it and I was like, that's definitely a 70s shag carpet. So I like it. I got so frustrated when I ran out of the cabinet, and I just put it away and didn't pick it up again because of that. So it is what it is. All right, number 19. I'm gonna put a picture over here. This is my fourth wing. It is Violet's Dragons, and I am using just a 310 and then I'm using 310 and then a dinky die for the gold, and then I'm going to use some beads. This is on a 14 count Charles Craft printed Ada, the one that looks like the sky. And that is what I have done. This was a new start. Started this for the Year of the Dragon. And yeah. I did look for this on the person. This is not for sale anymore. So I don't know if there was an issue with copyright or what. They still have a shop, but this is not up there that I saw to purchase anymore. All right, next up, new start this year, Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow from Carriage House Samplings. And doing this one as charted. This is on a 40 count Country Mocha Newcastle. All right, so I am currently working in the first block. I'm doing 1/2. And that's where I am. Really enjoying this. Makes me want to do all of the Hawk Run Hollows. All right, this was another new start for this year. And this was All Hallows Eve from Luminous Fiber Arts, designed by Misty Purcell. Looks like this, and I'm doing this as charted, except I'm gonna change probably the white pumpkin. I'm gonna change that to be a turquoise aqua pumpkin because we are a food allergy house. Doing this on a With Jolt Perman Ada 14 count China Pearl. And this was a 2-day start. I also changed this here. These they look like snowflakes. I am using for that Frost from Stitchy Box Flower Silk. I believe this came in one of the Halloween boxes I got also a couple years ago. Okay, this one I should have before pictures over here. This is from Stitching Spell, and this one I always call Knight and Castle. T number 1 was what it was called. I love this. Of course, I'm not doing this in monochrome. I am doing this in all the blues and purples I could find. I believe I got another full page done this time. This is another gigantic piece here. This is like a tapestry. But the middle is this blue is all of the middle. I think I'm gonna frog the knight because I no longer like how I did that. So I think I'm gonna frog him, and then all the motifs that go around are gonna be where there's different purples and blues and stuff. So I love this. I can't wait to work on this one some more. And this one goes like pretty quick. Once you get started, it's kind of easy to get a whole page done. All right, WIP 23. This was my start for Pride this year. Trying to think with the kitten. Is this Black Cat Studios, maybe? I'll put the designer's name here, and a picture of what it looks like is going to go here. Pride Street is what this is called, and this is being done on this is linen. It's like a really weird linen. I got it on Etsy, and it's, I want to say it's like it's a low count linen. So it's like maybe 14 count or 16 count. I don't know. This is what I have done. Got done one of the houses. And this is going to be a work stitch. I already have a place picked out for this in my office. Yeah, by work stitch, I mean it's going to go up at work. All right, WIP 24. There should be a before picture over here, I think. This is Jack Frost Tree Farm from Little House Needleworks. This is part 1. As of right now, this is the only part I'm doing. But that might change. I might decide to do more of them. And this is being done on Picture This plus 16 count Fog Ada as charted. And this is where we are so far. It's little. And I'm thinking this will be a pillow. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. That's for future tarot to figure out. All right, WIP 25. This is, this is Sunflower Fields, Sunflower Farm it's called. I'll put a picture of what it's going to look like over here. Or picture of what it will look like. And I think there should also be a picture up of what it was prior to this. I think I started this previously. If I did, there'll be a before picture. This is on a Picture This plus 18 count jade, and I'm doing it as charted. And that is where I got. And I love this little girl. It reminds me of like a Mary Engelbright. I think that was her name. Whenever I was younger, she used to have like cards and calendars and books and stuff out. But, all right. Number 25. Number 26, this was a new start this year. I got this one to commemorate the, Cassie and I went to see Melanie Martinez in Columbus, Ohio this year. That was her Christmas gift. And so she has a song called Mad Hatter. She did perform that while we were there. And so this is my tribute to that. I am since Alice looks like the Mad Hatter in here, I'm changing this to say Mad Hatter instead of Alice. And then there's lyrics that say, all the best people are crazy. And I'm going to put that on here somewhere also. And so I am doing this one on, picture this, plus 14 count lupine. I did make some changes so things would work on the fabric, and it also calls for like cray neck and stuff, and as of right now I do not plan to use the cray neck. I think there's beads and stuff. I will use beads from Stash. That is what I got done. And I did change the outside of that to show it better on this fabric. And I think the outside was actually cray neck. And so, yeah, not using that. All right, 27, another new start. This is In Praise of Pollinators from the Blue Flower. And I'm sure you've seen this one. Loved the stitch along that Lala D was doing. I really liked all of the learning from there. So even though I did not take part in the stitch along as she did it, I did watch all of them because I liked the learning piece from it. And that's where I am. Doing this as charted. The color choices that Janine made are just perfection. So no need to change anything. All right, WIP number 28. This is from Lindy Stitches. This was part of her Endangered Species Club. This was number 3. This is the one that made me decide to participate in the rest of the club because I love whales. And this is the North Atlantic right whale. I was getting the one that comes with the fancy floss. There's usually like 3 fancy flosses. Let's see, 2 week Sci Works and 1 Classic Color Works, and then the rest is DMC. So I was using that and then using my own conversion to Stash for the rest of it. How does this go? Here we go. That is where I am. Love a whale. I've read some fantastic books about whales, and they are just fascinating, fascinating animals. All right, 29 is another Lindy Stitches, and I believe this was this year's start, I think. Trying to find my sticker. Cannot find my fabric sticker. I know it's a Picture This Plus, and it's very yellow. I can't find the sticker. So, this is very yellow. That is the color. Yeah. So I had to make some changes because of the color yellow I got. This is not what the yellow looked like in the picture. I thought it was going to be more of a mustard. Like a orangey yellow. It's not. It's very bright. I'm fine with it, but I had to make some changes. And I am using most of the called for, with the exception of the stuff I have to make the changes for. So there's Dinky Dyes and DMC. This was another new start. This is Praiseworthy Stitches Sleigh Ride. This was a market release this past year. And the changes I'm making on this one are just that I'm not going to use, at least I don't know, we'll see. I don't think I'm going to use the cray neck. It's such a pain. I just don't enjoy using metallic thread at all. It just splits and I don't love it. I did use it in the moon though, and it does look very pretty. So this is what I got done, the whole outline. I don't know if you can see how the moon shines a little bit. I mean, I love it. I love how it looks. I just really don't like working with it. So got that one started. I know it sounds like I'm saying I started a lot, and I did, but I also finished a lot this year, which you'll see in my finish parade that I plan on posting New Year's Eve. Oh, that was the end of that box. So let me pick these up and grab box number 3. All right, this box has 31 to 45. So number 31 is The Lord's Prayer from Leela's Studio, and there should be a before picture up here. This is what it will look like. And I am doing this on a Picture This Plus 18 count confetti Aida. And I am using the called for Avassois, which are amazing. And then there's also some Gentle Arts and a Stitchy Silk. So there was I had to pick, there was a couple that they were out of stock of. So I used Dash for that. And this is where I am currently. And this year I primarily believe it was all this down here. I finished the border here and did all of that. Again, Leela Studios, amazing. Okay, next up, there should be a before picture over here. This is my favorite lyrics. This was a custom chart I had done from Taylor and Cromwell. I sent them my 10 favorite lyrics and along with what CD it was from, and they actually went and looked at each CD and did the lyrics in font that matched that CD or that band, which is pretty stinking awesome. So this is what it looks like. I'm not doing it in that exact, that's the color combination, but I'm just kind of putting it in wherever I want to, all purples and blues. This is being done on Picture This Plus 18 count Herald. And some of that writing is small. And I got one of the lyrics completely finished. Now, people talk to me. I'm slipping out of reach now. Oh, yeah. And that is from Lord's Yellow Flicker Beat. All right, next up. This was a new start this year. And this is Yellow Submarine from the Magical Mystery Tour series. This was number 5 in the series, Blackbird Designs. And I am doing this, I believe, mostly as charted. I think completely as charted. And I am using a scrap piece of Picture This Plus Aida. Is it Aida? Or is it linen? My eyes are so bad. No, this is linen. I think this is 36 count linen. Doing it 2, am I doing it 2 over? No, 1 over 2. Yeah, pretty sure it's 30, it's either 36 count or 32 count. And this is not showing up as a good color. Not accurate, but, and I really love this series. I did complete Octopus Garden this year, which you'll see in my FFO parade. And it was super fun, so then I went and bought more of the Magical Mystery series. All right, next up is a gift for my mama. And I believe there should be, I think there'll be there might be a before picture over here. Pretty sure I worked on this one last year. Or sometime this year. We'll see. If I did any work on this year, there'll be a picture over here of freehand. But this is what it's going to look like. And this is from Stitchrovia. Yeah, Emma Congdon Stitchrovia. And this is from the World of Cross Stitching magazine. This kitchen is for dancing. And when I grew up, our kitchen, my mom loves to dance. We danced in the kitchen. We used to do the jitterbug in the kitchen. We do the grease lightning song. We danced all the time in the kitchen. So when I saw this, I was like, I need to make that for her. I am doing my own conversion. This is being done on Picture This Plus Haunted 16 count. And I think this is all the colors I'm using, so you can get an idea of how it'll look. And I'm super happy with my conversion. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. And it was a conversion to stash. All right, WIP 35. This I started this year. I was enabled by was it Ronnie that did it? No, Gary. I think he did it for his stocking, not Ronnie. Pretty sure it was Gary that did it, or Ron Stitchery. Had no desire to do it until I saw his and I fell in love with it. So this is Olga's Autumn Stocking from Plum Street. And I am doing this on a 36 count antique white Edinburgh linen from Zweigart. And this is what I have done. So fun. I'm doing 1 over, pretty sure I'm doing, I think I'm doing 1 over 1. I'm sorry, 1 over 2, not 1 over 1. God, no. Okay, yes, definitely 1 over 2. Everything is charted for that one. Number 36. This is Still Waters from Plum Street Samplers, and it is on a Picture This Plus 32 count Heritage Lugana. And I think there should be a before picture over here. I think did I get the whole border done this year? I did. I got the whole border done. How exciting is that? So I get to do the fun stuff this year. And isn't it exciting when your border meets without having to frog anything or you know, make anything up. And I'm doing this with the MPIs. Oh God, they're so nice. MPI silks. And there might be 1 or 2 from stash in here. I think they were out of some when I did my order. All right, WIP 38. I numbered 38 twice. Well, geez. That's gonna mess me up. Yep. Well, so I actually have 50. I must have 53. What did I do? Let's look at my planner real quick. Because I don't remember writing 38 twice. You think I would have caught that? Did I skip 37? Oh, that's why. Because this 38 should actually be 37. Okay. Let's change the outside of my bag. This should say 37. Okay. Well, we figured that out. This is Silver Creek Samplers. This is Hand in Hand. This is another piece I'm doing to hang up at work. And I am doing this on Sugar Cream Pie 32 count Bestitch Me. I love, love, love this fabric so much. And this guy, I'm sorry, but this, to me, this guy looks like Matthew Broderick now, like current Matthew Broderick for some reason. Doesn't he look like Matthew Broderick? I don't know. I love this fabric so much, if I didn't say that already. It's joyful to work on. This was a new start this year. Now 38. Okay, this is Lost No More. I'll put a picture over here. This was my leap year start. Let me see. Did I figure out who this is by? I have no idea who the artist is. If you look this one up, this is for sale in like 1,000 different places. All different artists. I think it's pretty old artwork that was changed. Or maybe it was like an old kit or something. I got it off of Etsy. This was a long, one of my very first purchases, although I didn't start it until this year. I am doing this on a 18 count white Ada from Zweigart. Full coverage, so I ain't have to worry about color at all. And that's where I am. And I think I'm doing 2/1. And this, yeah, 2/1. And this pattern calls for a mix of, it's a mix of half stitches and full stitches. And I don't mind this full cover, you know, full coverage is not really my thing. This one, though, I don't mind because it's not confetti heavy. This one is, has chunks of color, which I do like. All right, number 39. This I started with Rainy was formerly known as Rainy Day Reads. Now it's Rainy Crafts and Reads, I think is what it's called. And this is Shakespeare quotes from Taylor and Cromwell. And I am doing this on a 18 count black Ada from Zweigart. And this is where I am. So still a lot to do, but not terrible progress either. I'm assuming I probably put up before picture over here. And according to Rainy, I think this is a 3-year-old WIP, if I remember correctly. 3 years ago in September, I think we started it, something like that. September, right? Shaketober, I think is what it is. So it must have been October in 2021. Did we start that? I think. Okay, and did she finish hers yet? I don't think hers is done yet either. She's further along than I am, though. All right, next up is In My Father's House from By the Bay Needle Arts. And there should be a before picture over here. I had very, very little done. This is what it will look like. One of my favorite Bible sayings. And this is being done on a tea-dyed 32 count sandstone tea-dyed linen from Zweigart, I believe. And this is where I am. Not bad. WIP 41. This is the Alice in Wonderland. This is actually I think it's still free. I shouldn't say that. When I got it, it was free when it was a mystery stitch along from Owl Forest Embroidery. Let me find what the finished product looks like. I absolutely love this. This is very small, but that's what it is. And I'm doing a conversion using Sulky, one strand of Sulky. This is on Picture This Plus 16 count Heritage Ada. This is a big project. I started in the middle. Let's see how to make this so you can see it easier. And that is where I am. I don't think I've worked on this year. I'm pretty sure this is where I was to begin with. If I did, I'll put a picture over here for where it was, but I think this is one of my unfortunates that didn't get touched, which is a shame because I really love it. Okay, WIP 42. This is Little Crow, and this was from the Black Needle Society Halloween box. I think it was the trick box, not this past year, the year before that. Yeah, 2023. And this is Monster Movie Night, and I am doing a conversion. This is on, Spooktacular from Bestitch Me. And I want to say this came in the box. What size is this? Did I say 16 count? That's where I am. I think this was a this year start, if I remember correctly. All right, WIP 43. This is another unfortunate one. I know I did not get to touch this year. This is Vintage Halloween Carousel from Witchy Stitcher. Love that. This is on a Picture This Plus 18 count Haunted Ada. And I have the most measly start. I mean, it is measly. Make sure I get this the right way. It's the flag in the beginning of a cat ear that's at the top. This definitely needs love this year. Sad, sad start. And I think this is another one I did not get to work on. This was the Greenhouse of Oddities Sal from Little Crow. This was her Stitch Along in 2023. Do I have a finished picture? I'll try and find the finished picture to put up here. All I have right here is the frame. So hopefully I put a picture over there. And again, a very small, measly start. Top of one of the greenhouses. And this is on Picture This Plus 18 count Sterling Ada. Okay, another one that didn't get touched this year. That's because this is a confetti heavy piece, and we know I don't like confetti. I did this conversion with some charting software. This is art. You can't get this. This was Greg Olson, art by Greg Olson, and I just call it Jesus Smiling. It's my favorite picture of Jesus. That is what it will look like. And I am doing this on a 20 count white Easy Grid Ada. And I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 800 stitches done. That's it. So it needs love. I have parked strings and everything. I just, oh, like I said, it's confetti. This is definitely on my Monopoly board, so I can force myself to do it. All right, let me put these away and I will be back with our last box of WIPs. All right, last box. This is 46 through 52. All right, this was a new start this year. Just started it actually on December 1st. And this is Christmas Delivery from Cottage Garden Samplings. Another one of those wonderful Cottage Garden Samplings ones. Doing this as charted on 40 count Pushers Cerulean from Lap and Loops. And that is where I got. Lots of fun. That is the size. I made sure I got to those sides because I wanted to cut off the fabric so I could have it for other stuff. All right, then we have, this one has seen quite a bit of work this year. I'll put the before picture up here. This is 10 Dull Commandments from 10 Dull Commandments from the musical Hamilton, charted by Taylor and Cromwell. I used to hate working on this, but I have recently got much more used to the black fabric. It was because of not because of the design. The black fabric. I was not enjoying the black fabric, but now I am actually okay with it. So this is being done on a piece of, I want to say it's 14 count black Aida. And I have gotten a pretty significant amount done. I want to say it's like, maybe it's even halfway done, maybe. I don't know. This was one of the ones I was trying to finish this year, but it was just not happening. But I did make quite a bit of progress. So there we go. This is one of those songs that lives rent-free in my head. I just walk around singing all the time. All right, 48 was a new start. And this is from Mrs. Pagodi Arts. It's a full coverage. This is Anne of Green Gables. This is the kind of full coverage I love. And I'm doing this on a piece of 18 count Monaco. No, I'm sorry, 28 count Monaco by Charles Craft, 2/2. And I got the whole border done, in addition to a full page plus some. And this is lots of fun. This is the first Mrs. Pagodi Arts, and I went through and saved a ton of other ones on my wish list, but I'm not going to buy them until I finish this one. All right, 49. This is one that I have had going forever. Stitch for All Seasons Winter from Little Dove Designs. I'll put the before picture up here. That's the completed picture. Lots of things I would do differently on here. This is just on a piece of 14 count printed Aida that I got from Michaels. I have no margin at all. So I have to stitch a lot of this in hand, which I hate because I'm a Q-snap stitcher all the way. Wanted to get this one done, but didn't. But I did make some significant progress, so that's where we are. Hopefully this will be a 2025 finish. Number 50. This is from the Soulmate Sal. This was from Creatively Crafting. I do not have a picture of what it will look like complete. This is being done on, I think it's a 16 count platinum Aida. I believe it's either 14 or 16 count. And this is, sorry about that. My husband was calling. He's bringing food with him, so I need to make sure I answer. All right. Can't remember exactly where I was. Soulmate Sal. This is where I'm at. Not my favorite thing I really like how it looks. Don't love working on it. There's like, if I was doing this over again, I did this before I knew anything about linen versus Aida. There's a lot of fractional stitches on here, so I would have definitely done linen. I didn't though. So, the fractional stitches are a pain in my butt. But we've got, it's famous couples through history. So we've got Wilma and Fred, Hades and Persephone, Ricky and Lucy. Down here is Baby and Johnny. This is going to be Sandy and Danny. And then here is supposed to be the couple from Bones. I've never watched an episode of Bones, so I don't want to put that on there. So instead, I'm going to find the font that I like and just put Tara and Brian with, I don't know if I'm going to put the year we met or the year we got married or something like that. I did work on this one. I should have put a before picture over here. All right, 51. We only have 2 more left. This is Sampler Christmas from Happy Mood Point. Love this one so much. I am doing this in colors from Stash that remind me of Christmas. And I have made some nice progress on this one also this year. So I'll put my before picture over here. I thought maybe I'd get this one done this year. I completely misjudged how many stitches there were in these motifs. So made nice progress, nowhere close to being done. I'll be working on this one, I think, for a couple more years still. And here's where I am. This is one of my favorite pieces to work on. Isn't it so fun? I love all of the colors. There's silks in here, there's DMC, there's variegated, lots and lots of stuff. All right, last one coming up. WIP 52. This is Coffee Break, and this was apparently a kit at one point. I purchased this off of Etsy. For the first time ever, saw somebody else doing it, and that's Jen at the Caffeinated Crafter. Jen the Caffeinated Crafter. And she always says who the designer is, and I mean to write it down every time, and I keep forgetting. So I don't know who the designer is on this. It was, I think, a Dimensions kit originally. And I'm doing this on, it was, do I have this? I don't think I have this is a piece of Picture This Plus. I'll put what it looks like over here. And I'm doing this to hang up in my kitchen and over by my coffee bar. I'll put the pre-picture over here. Pretty sure I got 2 motifs done this year. That's where I'm at. I love this. This has like the perfect amount of back stitching. It brings it out perfectly. It's not like ridiculous. I love this one. Super fun to work on. All right, that was 52. That was it. That is my 2024 Works in Progress parade. I am very excited to work on these things in 2025. If you watched my starts video, you'll see I should be touching everything this year based on the plans. Not starts, right? My plan, 2025 plans video. So I'm just excited to move into this new year and do everything I have planned. So that's it. All right, guys. I am full on in WIP parade season, watching all the ones I can find. So if you know of a good one or you just want to chat down below, leave me a message. Anywhere you want to find me on the interwebs is down below in the description box. And I will see you guys again for my 2024 finish parade on New Year's Eve. All right. Merry Christmas, guys. Bye.